Leo, the movie is finally out, starring Talapati Vijay and Trisha, directed by the one and only Lokesh Kanagaraj, who is having his own cinematic universe, which is known as LCU or Lokesh Cinematic Universe. So, in a cinematic universe is when there's multiple films connected to each other. For those of you who don't know, for example, how Iron Man, Thor, and those were all connected to one big movie as Avengers. In Lokesh Cinematic Universe, you have Kathy, Vikram, and now Leo that are connected to each other, made by the same person, Lokesh Kanagaraj. So this was the background about what a cinematic universe is and what is related to LCU and Leo. So let's start off with Leo, what I liked the most. I love the cinematography. Beautifully captured hills in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Amazing. Loved it. Talapati Vijay was in his finest form. His acting was more than just his comic, usual charming self. He had that seriousness in his eyes, where he would go to any extent to protect his family. Great, a treat to watch. Trisha was, as usual, a great housewife, shown as the great housewife and mother. Background music. I expected a lot more, but still better than Jawan. Anirudh, still not the finest work, but still way better than Jawan. The action was great. There was quite a bit of CGI, but you kind of ignore it because of how it's choreographed, how the camera moves and works. You cannot keep your eyes off of it. You want to keep, watching it. What could have been better? The most important thing that I think could have been improved was the villain. Not strong enough. Sanjay Dutt was underutilized, in my opinion. His brother also was underutilized. I think the first introduction scene that they have with that villain with the crazy eyes, who supposedly people thought was Rolex. He's not Rolex, by the way. But that character should have been the main villain, who was way more menacing to watch on screen and scarier, to be honest. The rest of the villains were just ordinary compared to how Leo's character was written and the level to which this movie is made to. The edit could have been slightly better. Maybe you could have trimmed off 5 to 10 minutes or 15-20 minutes. Could have been a little bit more crisp. Overall, I didn't find it too long, but maybe just could have been more, like a little crisp. The worst part is there's no cameos. There's no surprising cameos. So that is what we're going to transition to, is what is the purpose of this movie in the whole LCU. There is a hint of that is connected to the LCU at the end. For those of you who have watched it, it's obvious. It's just one phone call. I'm not going to spoil more. But what is it? Forced connection or what is it? Let's go back to how Marvel Universe movies were made. You had to have individual character stories and their background, what they're motivated by, what their strengths and weaknesses are, and all of that you get to know as the audience. That's when they come into the bigger Avengers or the bigger, grander movie in the cinematic universe, it becomes easier. You're more connected to the character. That is what I think the purpose of this story is. Leo is just not expanding the universe. It's creating a whole new character. And if you watch it as a movie, as a standalone character story that will pay off in the future of LCU movies, then you will love it. But if you go there and expect you're gonna see Kathy and Kamal Hassan doing cameos, or Rolex is there, and all of a sudden you have a new Avengers style movie in LCU. No, don't expect that. You will be disappointed. Which is why I'm saying is, my theory so far is that this is just a setup for something grand that is waiting to come. If you look at the lineup of Lokesh Kanagaraj's, he's announced his lineup till he's gonna retire. So he has a Thalaiba 171, which means he's gonna make a new Rajinikanth movie starring Rajinikanth sir. But is it connected to the LCU or not? I'm sure it will. There's no doubt about it. It's saying that it's a standalone movie. I doubt it. The amount of money and the interest and the hype there is in the cinematic universe, there's no way that movie will not be connected to the LCU. Then his lineup is Katie 2, then Vikram 2, then Leo 2, and then there's a supposedly Rolex, the villain, his own spin-off. It could be his prequel, his what he did in the past, or how the future holds after the events of these movies. We don't know. But it's about focusing on Surya, who played the character of Rolex at the end of Vikram. In these sequels, I believe these are nothing but you're gonna have connections. In Kathy 2, I believe Kamal Hassan sir is gonna make a cameo. There will be a hint of Leo in the end. In Vikram, I think both Kathy and Talapati Vijay will have a cameo, showing how further the story is moving them together. And in Leo 2 is when we're gonna have a bigger, grander movie where Kamal Hassan sir, Vikram, Kathy, and Leo are gonna be together. It's gonna be more than just it's gonna be extended cameos. It's gonna be like Suryavanshi, like what happened in Suryavanshi. I know it's not the best example, but you get what I mean. When all three of them are gonna get together, and that's when in the Rolex spin-off you're gonna have the grand masala film with all these characters. Which is why I think that's the future, what's going to happen in the LCU. And that's why I think Leo was just nothing but a character setup, a standalone movie in the timeline of something grand waiting to come. I trust Lokesh Kanagaraj with his filmmaking and his the mindset he has and what he has planned out, and with the future lineups. I also believe Rajinikanth sir is somehow going to be connected to this. There must have been a hint in the previous movies where there must have been a mention of a spy or a policeman or something that we forgot, and he's just going to bring that up. For example, in Leo, that was one of that. A cameo from Kathy was actually done. It was a small cameo, not one of those big name cameos, but it was very, very finely put nonetheless. That's how you're going to get in these further movies. You're going to get mini cameos, but later on it's going to pay off. How Rajinikanth sir collectively brings them, we'll have to wait and watch. But I do have something in mind that I think Rajinikanth sir is going to be the even greater mastermind working alongside Kamal Hassan sir. There's something that we missed in the previous movies where we didn't pay attention to, and that is the detail the director has probably taken and connected all these characters together, and that's how he's taking his universe forward. So that's it from today's video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. What do you guys think of Leo? Put it in the comment section down below. What do you think is going to happen in the further of LCU, Lokesh Cinematic Universe? Put it in the comment section down below, and do not forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and smash that bell icon as hard as you can so you can get instantly notified whenever I upload a new video or a new short reel. Until the next video, guys, cheers, take care, keep watching movies, bye bye.